was a time when kings carried the light. St. Louis just beneath the yoke. His heart pure, is it just Baldwin, the leper king? Ruled through pain, yet never betrayed his faith. Those men wore their crowns as burdens, not as trophies. Their rule was duty, not desire. Then came the others, men who bowed to fear. They sold their word, traded faith for power. And those who should have seen the holy men, the shepherds, turned away. The order burned, the oath was broken, but ashes do not lie. They remember, they wait. I have seen empires built on deceit, golden halls raised over bones and prayers left unanswered. They call it progress, but it smells like rot. Every throat carved from betrayal will one day fall beneath its own weight. I remember the righteous, and I remember the cowards. I have not returned to preach, I have returned to set the balance right. For if the holy kings once built, the weak kings destroyed. And from these ashes I rise to cleanse what should never have been corrupted. Judgment, judgment, judgment. Before the world, this is I speak. They ask me to confess to name guilt where there was only faith. To bow before my man, I go wear the cross, but I've forgotten its weight. I have seen the pyres built before the verdict. The smoke rises first, then comes the light. We got it, what was sacred? What is known to be my peace for silver and crown? They call it heresy, I call it service. Perdoster quies in salis, sanctificator nomen tuum. They made me repeat the words, not to pray, but to break. I have sinned, they say, yes, I believed, I fought, I bled, but not for gold, not for kings. For the vow, and for that they chain me. But the fire is already lit. My flesh will speak before I do. My truth will burn before it's heard. And still I will not repent. You can silence the voice, but ashes do not lie. At the edge of my blade, he whispers scripture. Innominate patrician feeling and spirit of safety. His breath trembles yet his voice clings to the liturgy. As though the words could shield him from what he helped create. I look into his eyes and I see the same sanctuary of light that drowns our oath in silence. Dominus lux, mea et solus mea. He clings to the psalm like a drowning man to a stone. But the church he serves has forgotten the meaning of light. You speak of salvation, I tell him. You traded virtue for comfort, truth for obedience, and justice for fear. I feel him shiver against the steel, not from the cold, but from the weight of unspoken guilt.
Miserere mei Deus secundum magnum, misericordiam tuum. A prayer for mercy, a prayer his masters never granted us. You hid behind holy walls while we bled to defend them. You let them print us heretics
to protect your own skin.
His lips tighten. He knows that it is true.
All of it. Non nobis domine, non nobis et nomini tuo da gloriam. A verse of humility, recited by a man who never carries its burden.
You dare speak those words I whisper.
When you abandoned everything they stood for.
The air between us is heavy.
Thick with ashes that still clings to me. The ashes of brothers burned without accusation.
He tries one last fragment of hope.
Agnus Dei.
Qui tollis peccata mundi.
But I cut his prayer short. Not with steel, but with truth. Your church killed the lambs, I say.
And call the slaughter holy. The Latin dies on his tongue, and in the stillness that follows, only my voice remains.
I am the ashes Templar, born of your fire, forced from your lies, and unlike your words.
I lift his chin with the flat of the blade. Ashes do not lie.
Ashes do not lie. From solid fire we rose, and scarred lives on the horizon. Our bodies carried weight, that was the truth, not accident. Death was no enemy, no price to claim, but a doorway watched in silence. Now flesh is questioned, a puzzle to fix, to edit, to deny. Souls measured in pills and screens, truth rationed in protocols and lies. Identity cracks like ice on frozen rivers, and the air trembles under the weight of forgetting. The old world knew its bounds. It honored what could not change. It held to duty, not comfort. Pain was inheritance, suffering a forge, and every broken man carried the line of those before. You flee what is human, you flee what is true. Machines replace devotion, mirrors replace reflection, and in the void of meaning, your temple stand empty. We held the world with callous hands. You watch it crumble with sterile eyes. traded for convenience. Transmission erased. Memory denied. And still the ashes remember. If nothing binds you to what came before, what justifies your existence?
Crooked on their chains, I walk between the ghosts of markets and bells. Windows stare like empty eyes. thresholds.
Dust gathers where laughter
One stood.
I had seen these roads alive with oath and steel. I had seen hands raised in vow and in prayer.
I had seen purpose carried like a crown. Even the shadows are thin.
I walk until the stones grow wider, until columns rise again from ruin,
Until the door stand open to a whole strength of its breath.
The throne remains.
the throne remains.
No crown, no sovereign, no voice to command or to forgive.
Only a chair beneath the fading banner.
And silence seated where power once stood.
I had seen rulers tremble before judgment. I had seen justice feared and honored. I had seen a kingdom stand because one man would not bend. Now nothing bends.
Nothing stands.